Hello, wonderful people, and welcome to those of you who are just logging in right now or are reviewing this live stream after it is completed. My name is Ashley, and I am part of CE-5 Academy. Today, I'm feeling like making a random, but I believe very important video about the idea of emotional management for CE-5 contact, as well as live contact. So I'm going to let some people jump in on this chat at this stage, and see if we can get some questions throughout the course of this discussion. Not sure how long the discussion will be, but I guess we'll figure out and find that out in a moment. Sorry, there's a lot of wind going on. I'm in the middle of literally nowhere in South Africa. Let me just show you guys where we are here. Absolute beautiful, beautiful space. I'm living in a little caravan with my wife for a couple of days. We are out in the middle of nature just to reconnect and refresh. And I have been making some interesting forms of contact here since the last 2 days, especially last night. We had some nice flash bulbs. And we are also here with some friends of ours. So their parents are also here, and people that I've never really heard of CE-5 before. So it was really nice to introduce them to the concept and to test it out with them, and for them to also see something and enjoy it. So yes, I hope that you all have been making contact on your own and been enjoying the journey by doing it. So I woke up this morning and I felt very, very excited to do a quick video about emotional management. So what is emotional management and why do we need it in the CE-5 context? So you will see that with CE-5 Academy, I will start to do way more videos about consciousness and mindfulness, as I am also a mindfulness coach. And my passion is to really allow individuals to unlock the potential that exists within them to live a life of their true preferences. Sorry, I'm just cutting this very quickly in terms of you guys cannot see my face. I'm sorry about this. But yeah, at least my voice is here and my body is here, so I can relay that message to you. And the message is that it is important to be able and to have the ability to manage our emotions every single day. And the reason why that is because when we do CE-5s, it is important for us to have a refined level of frequency and a refined level of vibration so that we can be as close as we can to our galactic brothers and sisters vibration. So we understand that ideas like anger and hate and fear are all vibrational frequencies which vibrate at a very low pace, whereby love, acceptance, unity, excitement are high vibrational frequencies. And we believe that those beautiful beings who have been and are visiting us to this day do vibrate at a very, very high frequency. And therefore, it is important for us as human beings, as spiritual beings inhabiting this human body, to really raise our frequency as much as we can every day in every way. So one way that I've found to do this is through emotional management. And not only has this increased my CE-5 experiences, but it has also increased my life experiences in the sense that I feel much better about life now that I do not get angry at things for no reason. Well, there obviously is a reason why you get angry at things, but if you find out that reason, there's no need to get angry anymore. And this is what we're going to discuss now. Just 3 basic pointers of how to deal with your emotions, how to manage emotions, and how to move forward seamlessly in a neutral way, because this is what you want. You want to find that neutral space within you and simply have the ability to observe without really reacting to it. So how we do this is we understand that emotions and emotional management, there is short-term emotional management and long-term emotional management. Here, we really want to look at the short-term emotional management. And by that, I mean that these would be the spaces in your life where all of a sudden you feel triggered. And by triggered, this is a big word that we need to pay attention to. Your triggers are really the messages that tell you where you're out of alignment within yourself. So, for example, if I meet someone and he just happens to say something about my favorite soccer team that I've just lost yesterday, it's not true, I don't actually watch soccer, but just for example, if my favorite soccer team lost yesterday and he just said, oh, these guys suck or whatever, I could easily find that space within myself to get super angry and be like, how can you say this? You don't respect me. This is my team. This is not your team. You're not allowed to speak like this, and whatever the mind will come up with to be able to blast out to the other individuals to feel comfortable or secure inside of yourself. The idea with this is that if you can find that space inside of yourself to immediately not react, and to simply observe this individual dissing your football team, then you will find the power within you to not be triggered and to not get energetically involved with things that you no longer prefer. So if you master short-term triggers, you will master your emotions, and you will then obviously master your life. The one point though is that you need to be willing to take responsibility for your emotions. You need to be willing to take responsibility for what exists inside of yourself and who you want to be, right? Because we cannot change things if we do not own them. So once you own your emotion, that is where you can change it. But if you don't accept it and you say, no, that's not my emotion, that's not me, I've never done that, you cannot change it because you're not owning it. So the one key is to own it. Always be willing to take responsibility for your emotions. And then you need to decide what type of life you want to have. Do you want to have a life where you are living out of a week, a couple of days are happy, but the other couple of days are not so happy because of certain things that happen outside of yourself? Or would you rather aim for a life where 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you have the ability and opportunity to feel balanced, to feel happy, and to feel secure inside of yourself because you have learned about emotional management and how to manage your own energetical self inside of you, because you'll realize that emotions are energy in motion. It's simply that. It's energy that is in motion, that is being fielded through your own consciousness. So, very quickly, the 3 points that I want to discuss with you guys for managing emotional management is as such. Number one, discover your triggers. Best way to discover your triggers is just put yourself in the fire. Just go to friends that you know have irritated you in the past, go to people that you know you don't really like for some reason, or simply go see your parents. Sorry, parents are actually our greatest teachers. They are the most amazing human beings that we can ever hope to have. So your parents are really the best people that you'll be able to get that feedback from in terms of your own short-term triggers to manage your own emotion. For the people that have just joined, welcome. We are speaking about emotional management and the importance of having the ability to manage your emotions throughout your life, not only to increase your CE-5 experiences, but to increase your own life experiences as well. So point number one was discovering your triggers, discovering your short-term triggers. What triggers you? Once you've discovered your triggers, the most important facet is to not act on your trigger. Simply do not do what you've always done. Do not let your emotion out. Do not let your voice speak what you're feeling. Just simply relax, take a couple of breaths, learn about meditation, focus on your breath, and come back to the moment and just simply feel that energy sitting inside of you and just leave it there. It will disappear. It will dissipate in a couple of moments. Just let it there. I know it can be difficult, but those difficulties are so slim compared to the beautiful benefits that you get from doing and practicing that. So really what I would like to share with you is that when you feel a trigger, do not act on it. Find that space inside of yourself to simply relax, feel the energy, and let it be there. Number three, and the last and most important point of this entire discussion in terms of emotional management, and this third point is going to take point number one and point number two and wrap it into a nice present for you so that you do not have to experience point number one and point number two in the future. What you want to do is understand what emotions are. Again, we've just discussed that emotions are energy in motion. However, where do these emotions come from? Where does this energy come from? It doesn't just appear out of thin air, right? Everyone feels different because of different circumstances. And that is because everyone has different definitions and belief systems about things. For example, you and I could be sitting right here in front of something and something would happen. You would get triggered and get angry, and I would just simply observe and stay neutral. Why is that? We've just seen and experienced the same thing. That is because you had beliefs about the situation and yourself that I didn't have. Therefore, it didn't prompt that emotional response that you got. So the key here is to understand that emotions stem from our belief systems. And the cool thing with belief systems, which is another massive whole video in itself, is that once you discover a belief, it is gone. It automatically disappears. Once you bring it to life, it's gone because beliefs are things that make no sense. And beliefs have self-reinforcing mechanisms within them that do not allow you to look at them if you're not paying attention. And they will stay there if you don't pay attention. It's like going out of your house every day and making sure you shower and change clothes. It's the same thing with beliefs. We never actually stop and question our beliefs and ask, why am I still believing the same thing I believed 10 years ago when things are changing and have changed, right? So understanding that, we can start to look at our belief systems in a new light. And what you would want to do with point number three is, once you've experienced point number one and point number two, give yourself a break. Take 10 minutes, go somewhere, or think about it again the day after or the night after. I'd recommend doing it as quick as you can. just after the trigger happens, so that it's fresh in your mind and memory, and you can take responsibility for it as quickly as you can, so that it never actually shows up again. Because what you do is you ask yourself this question: what would I have to believe right now in order to feel this way about myself and the situation? What is it that I'm believing so strongly about the situation and myself that is prompting me to feel this negative emotion? And then immediately something will come up to mind. You need to be open to what that thought form is coming up, what that means, because this will most likely point you in direction to the belief system. And once you've figured out the belief system, you will naturally see that it will dissipate, because it makes no sense, right? Why would you hold on to something that makes no sense? We are clever individuals. We will not hold on to things that make no sense. So naturally, when you discover a belief system that is not fitting within yourself, it will naturally just go away and be replaced by a positive one. And then the cool thing that happens after that is the next day or the next week, you arrive in the same situation where it's seeing an old soccer enemy or someone that you had some emotional clashes with in the past. And if you have worked on that belief with regards to that individual in that situation that happened in the past with you, you will realize that they will not affect you as much as you used to be affected by them in the past, because now you've worked on that belief, you've changed it, it is gone. You do not need to feel the same way anymore, and it will reflect that. You will see that your emotions, you're not actually feeling as bad as you used to when that person is saying this now. Oh yes, because I'm not believing this now. I'm believing that I'm worthy, and that regardless of what they say, I'm feeling strong inside of myself, and I know my truth, and I do not need them to tell me my truth. So anyways, that was my little run about emotional intelligence. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. If you have some questions, feel free to shoot it through. I will most possibly follow up this video with a video about belief systems. If you are interested, please let me know. And I honestly believe that emotional management and conscious decisions are the best way to not only create a life of joy and happiness for ourselves, but of moving in a world where we are becoming intergalactic human beings, where we are understanding that we have access to higher levels of frequencies and of consciousness, and that it is by doing the work inside of ourselves that we can actually reach these states of higher frequencies, whereby we will be able to seamlessly interact with star beings in the future. But first, we need to do the work. We need to educate our fellow humans about it, and we need to understand that we are the change we want to see. Everything stems from us. You have the power to create so many great things if only you believed in yourself. And I please ask you to believe in yourself, because I believe in you. Even though I don't know you, I believe in your power to create incredible amounts of change for yourself in a positive way and for our society. So again, I thank you very much for joining. I'm excited about this journey with you guys. I'm excited for more contact. I will be making more contact videos in the future. I will be having more guests on the show in the future. I am just finishing off some work and business related affairs here. Then I will then fully focus on CE-5 Academy, which I'm very excited to do, and bring you guys some amazing CE-5 practitioners from around the world and chat to them and see what's in their minds and hearts, so that we can learn to and move forward on this journey of contact, and really reflect to our brothers and sisters from space and from other dimensional frequencies that we are ready, willing, and excited to move forward with them in this beautiful, beautiful life. So to all who have joined, thank you again very much. This was an impromptu video. I am again in the middle of nowhere. I'm very happy to be here. It's amazing. Nature is a great way to escape and take some new energy. And I wish you all the absolute best. I thank you again for joining, and I hope to see you all again very soon. And don't forget, focus on your triggers. Don't act on your triggers. Look at the beliefs behind the triggers. Find the belief, realize it makes no sense, replace it with a positive belief, and you will see in the future that circumstance or that situation will not trigger the same emotion that it used to. Emotional management is not about just ignoring the emotion. It's actually about taking it all in, dealing with it, and letting it go, moving forward. It has no place in your life anymore once you've dealt with it. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Have a beautiful day.